Nearly a month after they disappeared in a cave in Thailand, 12 soccer players and their coach are going home. At a news conference this morning, the boys all wore their team uniforms as they spoke about their experience for the first time. The players appear to be healthy and in good spirits. Also at the news conference, Thai Navy SEALs involved in their dramatic rescue. Werner is in Chiang Rai, Thailand. Anna, good morning.
Well, good morning, and as you can see behind me, here they are, the 12 soccer players and their coach here in their first news conference where they're talking about their experiences in detail in the cave. There's a person questioning them here in Thai, as you can probably hear. When they first entered the room, some people applauded. They had soccer balls right in front of the stage, and so the boys kind of showed off their soccer moves. They bounced balls in the air. They all look healthy, and health officials say that they are healthy, mentally that they're healthy, physically they're doing well. One of the doctors in the beginning said, well, you can see how strong they are. They're in high spirits, and they are ready to face what he called the normal world. What we've been hearing over these minutes now is the kids talking about what it was like for them. For example, for the first night, they said they weren't scared that they wouldn't be found because it was just the first night. You know, they were waiting for the water to go down in the cave, and they thought that by the next day, the water would drop enough so that they could escape. So initially, they weren't scared. I think they became more scared over time, and some of them talked about encouraging the others not to give up. The coach, I think, was supporting them in the cave in this, but one of the problems, obviously, they were able to get water that dripped off the cave walls, but they really didn't have any food. One of the kids here, one of the younger kids, said that after a couple of days, he started to dream about food, about his favorite foods, and that they became very hungry. So what we're hearing so far is they're giving a very detailed, in-depth description of what it was like for them to be sort of in that cave in the early moments. They had to sort of climb up onto that high slope within the cave. If you remember the first video, when the British divers found them, you could see they were kind of crouched into this area, very limited amount of space, kind of on a high slope, where they were able to get out of the water. And they talked about, in this news conference, they talked about how excited they were when the British cave divers first emerged from the water. You could almost kind of hear it here in their voices a little bit. Obviously, they're speaking Thai, we're getting an English translation, but you could kind of hear in their voices how excited they were. And I think it's fair to say that the room is sort of listening to their every word. People want to hear every detail. This news conference is being broadcast live across the entire country of Thailand, on TV and on radio. And it's probably fair to say that most of the people in Thailand right now, I would bet, they are tuned in, they are listening to this, and they are hanging on these kids' every word. What a great story, John.
Anna Werner, thanks for us so much. Thanks so much, Anna. And the world won't be normal anymore for them, but wow, what
a story. Jesse Isler, remember, he was here at the table, the guy who lives life to the fullest, doing all sorts of things, says this may sound crazy, but these kids will look on this years later and say, that was a cool adventure, since it turned out the way it did. As a little boy, when you think about it that way, you said, okay,
that's right.
Life experience that nobody else can share.
That's right.
Great.